Under Armour has enjoyed huge growth in the U.S. since Kevin Plank founded the company 2 decades ago. But now the sports apparel maker is looking to grow its brand in China. Our Sarah Eisen is live from Taiwan this morning with more, and she has been improving her game, I have no doubt, judging from how much time you've spent with Steph. Morning, Sarah.
Good morning. I did get a few tips, Carl. Good to see you, and good evening from Taipei. Investors that are looking for the next leg of growth from Under Armour are looking here to Southeast Asia. And for this company, that strategy is largely built around Steph Curry. It's why Under Armour CEO Kevin Plank and a group of his top executives traveled here to Asia. This was their second Asia tour with Curry in the last year. They did China, Hong Kong, and Taipei. They held clinics on basketball courts where they played with young students, trying to cultivate this relationship with the next generation of basketball consumers across Asia. He took selfies. He did events at stores in Under Armour where we saw the lines go around the block. And the fever for the NBA here is really something to see. And we've seen Steph Curry merchandise soar 150% just the last season, according to Fanatics. But still, the international business for Under Armour is a tiny fraction of its overall sales, and it's a tiny fraction of its competitor Nike's international and greater China business. So I asked Plank to help investors understand what the strategy is when it comes to the China market and how it's different from what he did in the U.S. Listen.
You really have to understand, and so, our growth in the U.S. was a really organic process where, we began as a company that, we knew who we were there for the athlete. Our job and our mission statement still today was to make the athlete better. As we've evolved and as we've grown, you go to different markets and you always have that, again, that point of view, that personality of who you are. And it's our job to bring that and to deliver that to the Chinese consumer. But you also have to listen, and one thing in a market like China with as much history as it has is, you can't think short term. You can't think in 1 or 2 or 3 years. You need to literally think in decades. We need to literally be thinking about what does it look like and where are we evolving to in 10 and 20 and 30 years. And, our ambition is to be, the top brand in China. And we think that, our brand has the ability to do that. But, we have work to do. And again, it must be a gift. You can't just come and just take things. You can't just take revenue. You just can't, take from the athlete. But it has to be a gift to China. And so I think we're constantly working on that. And, part of what we say is included in every Under Armour product is a superpower. And a superpower that allows a little boy or a little girl to feel like when they put on our top, they put on our bottom, they put on our shoe, they feel like, I can do anything. And that's a very powerful message and one that is, we hope to be able to deliver that type of empowerment and energy to, the Chinese consumer.
And just to underscore the importance of Curry to this entire international strategy, guys, check out the top-selling basketball shoe styles of 2016 globally. And you'll see common names, NBA All-Stars LeBron, Kyrie Irving, Jordan. Curry has made headway with his Curry 2 shoe line as number 4. But the rest of the top 5 are Nike athletes. And that just shows the importance of this athlete-sponsor relationship, why this tour was such a big deal and why it comes at an inflection point. And guys, I sat down with both Plank and Curry together to get a little more insight behind the scenes as to the design process, what they fight about, what their plans are and their vision for the future. We'll share all that in the next hour, including some thoughts on Colin Kaepernick and, of course, the upcoming season. Coming in the next hour, Squawk on the Street. For now, back to you.
Great stuff, Sarah, and a great live shot in Taipei tonight there, morning here. Jim, stock still down a bit from 58.
Yeah, I actually think the stock's okay here. I think that the undercurrent here is really related to Adidas, not to Nike. I know Adidas, but it's Adidas. And I know that Phil Knight, when I spoke with him recently, would say that if you back the certain players are really worth it. And it made me think LeBron, Kyrie, that maybe as great as Steph Curry is, that he may not be in the league of people who really know how to sell. I mean, it's very strange. I know that because Curry is loved in this country. But it was really incredible this last quarter. Nike is far better at picking. I know that Under Armour's had some big wins in terms of who they anoint, but Foot Locker went over, and the big brands are Nikes. They're not Under Armours, and you need more than Steph Curry. You need a kind of a big panoply because you need to have the Foot Lockers of the world take all your product. Nike's resurging here, and Adidas is with these Stan Smiths have come on really, really hard. And right now, Plank is the odd man out. He also got hurt by Sports Authority. Yeah. But I just think that right now is somehow Nike is one of those giants that you can come get near him. But Mark Parker is maybe the most competitive person. And you're looking at Kevin Plank. I know he's competitive. He's surely competitive. But Mark Parker, in his own quiet way, will not be beaten. And Phil Knight has said to me in this great book, Shoe Dog, but said to me personally, listen, this is what we know how to do, is figure out who is the guy to really back and who isn't. And now, was the undercurrent that Curry's great. I mean, Clorox told me that Curry's great when they want to do the Brita filter, but I was surprised, and I think many of us are, that the biggest shoes were not Curry's. And by the way, guess who won the playoffs?
I did see that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right?
Touche.
Yeah. That was, no one thought that was going to happen. Yeah. Now, I do think that Steph Curry is the future, and that's absolutely true. But I just think right now, Nike kind of is doing a little better.
Hey CNBC fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Here you're going to find videos packed with all of the information that you need to be smarter about your finances. You can subscribe by clicking right here and click on all the videos around me or the eye right here to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.